I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is COVID-19 may not be the last pandemic the world sees. The good news is here's 10 things we can do to prevent the next pandemic. Number 1, save the forests, save the world. Some scientists believe that COVID-19 originated in bats. The thing is, exotic animals live in some parts of the world and humans live in other parts, but we're cutting down more and more forests, and animals like bats now call our cities home, bringing their viruses with them. 2, exotic animal trade must stop. Even if animals don't leave their habitat, humans are grabbing them, not just in China's wet markets, but even in the US. You see millions of exotic animals being illegally traded every year. By stopping this trade, we can reduce our risk of catching viruses. 3, go free range. We're eating more animals than ever before, and as demand goes up, cages get smaller and conditions get worse. A perfect breeding ground for viruses. By being aware of where our animals come from, we can make better consumer choices, and in doing so, improve the conditions for animals. 4, we need to invest more in virus alarms. Every year, the world spends tons of money to be able to predict when the next hurricane or storm will emerge. We need to do the same with biology, creating a bigger virus library. 5, growing mini organs. Scientists today can grow human organs in a lab. That means we can infect the organs with a virus and see how they react, so we can learn how to beat the virus. 6, early contact tracing. Back in the old days, a virus would hit one part of the world and it might kill a bunch of people, but others would survive because they'd have certain genes that made them immune. That's called survival of the fittest. But today, viruses spread around the world really quickly and we all get hit. That's why it's so important to be able to track where people have traveled who had the virus, especially at the beginning of an outbreak. 7, we're all in this together. When one part of the world gets a new virus or something strange is going on, they need to share as much information as possible with the rest of the world so we can all be aware and we can react fast. 8, we're only as strong as our weakest healthcare systems. Countries like Canada bought 5 times more vaccines than people, while countries like South Africa are struggling to meet demand. Here's the thing, if Western countries get immunized and poorer countries don't, those poorer countries could develop mutated variants of the virus, which puts the whole world at risk again. 9, healthy populations. COVID-19 was really bad, but it was also the final nail in the coffin for countries that had both really bad healthcare systems and really unhealthy populations. By keeping fit, we can increase our chances of fighting off new viruses. 10, the One Health idea. There's a popular idea that environmental, animal, and human health are all connected, that there's a chain reaction, and that government policies need to deal with the health of the planet in order to prevent future pandemics. The thing is, virus protection isn't sexy. It's an invisible illness, and the investments that you make to fight viruses often take place in the background. But there's a new generation putting the planet first, seeing the science, and learning from our past so that we can help beat pandemics in the future. This is #OurStories. What's yours?